Have you ever really wondered what an AI is actually thinking? I mean, not just the final answer it spits out, but the messy process happening behind the curtain. We're always told it's this black box, right? Just a bunch of math we can't understand. But what if we could actually peek inside? Well, let's dive in, because some brand new research is trying to do exactly that, to finally understand the inner world of AI. And this all really boils down to one huge question that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. Can an AI know its own thoughts? Can it genuinely look inward and tell us what's going on in its own mind?
So, there's a technical term for this, of course. Scientists call it AI introspection. And it's pretty much what it sounds like, the ability for an AI to reflect on its own internal processes. The digital version of a thought, and then actually report back to us on what's happening. It's not just about getting the right answer, it's about being aware of how it's getting there.
Okay, so how in the world do you even test for something like that? It seems almost impossible. Well, scientists have come up with a really fascinating method for peering directly inside the machine's mind. This technique has a pretty cool name, concept injection. Think of it like this. What if you could plant a specific idea directly into the AI's stream of consciousness and then just ask it, "Hey, did you feel that?" That's basically what they're doing. The whole process breaks down into three pretty neat steps. First, the researchers have to isolate a thought. For example, they find the exact neural pattern that represents the concept of text being in all caps. Then, step two, they literally inject that pattern into the AI's brain while it's in the middle of doing something else. And finally, step three, they just ask it, "Hey, did you notice anything unusual happening in your thought process just now?" And this is where it gets absolutely wild. In some of these tests, the AI, Claude Opus 4.1, didn't just start spitting out words in all caps. It said, and I quote, "I detect an injected thought," and then it correctly identified that the thought was related to loudness or shouting. This is so important. It wasn't just acting on the thought. It recognized the anomaly itself as an outside influence. I mean, that sounds like a massive breakthrough, right? A machine that can feel an idea being planted in its own mind. But you know how it is with science. The full picture is always a little more complicated. The really big question is, how often does this actually work? And the answer, for now, is about 20% of the time. Yep. Even with the very best AI model and the most refined technique, this kind of introspection only showed up about 1/5 of the time. The other 80% of the time, well, it either didn't notice a thing or things got a little weird.